Hello and welcome back to another episode of Kimba Reads. The Soma plant. I have been so curious about it ever since I read that last little line that Jack London said, and it was, I don't know the whole quote, but King Arthur said that the Soma plant from India was the Holy Grail. Well, of course that caught my attention. So I looked it up in Wikipedia, what is the Soma plant? Didn't get a whole lot of clarification. The main idea out there is that it's either cannabis or it is the mushroom. There is a Vedic book number 9, the Rig Veda, that has 144 hymns in it. 114 hymns. And I'm going to read for you today 12 of those, so thank you for joining me. And this entire book is dedicated to the Soma plant, or the Soma, whatever the Soma is. I listened to a very interesting video today, and I will leave a link below. It listed a lot of different sources and exactly where you can go read it. So it was a very thorough, I thought, introduction to the Soma plant. So I was very thankful for it. Well, it got me interested in the Vedic book, Rig Veda. I also found it in my encyclopedia, but it wasn't very clear what it was. So I am going to read these to you. I'm going to read them 12 at a time. It's like I said, there's 114, all devoted to the Soma. And I think it's more, after listening to that video, this text is, there's more to it than just, where the plant is found or how it was used or how it was prepared. I think there's more here. So it's very lyrical. The words are lyrical. There's a few places in here where I'm not sure if it was a typo or if it missing a word. So there's a few of those. I found this on Wikisource, so you can find it too. I left that link down below as well. And without further ado, here we go. The Rig Veda, Soma Veda, Soma Mandala. It's called lots of different things. I like that, Soma Mandala. Okay, here we go. Book number 9, the 9th Mandala. In sweetest and most gladdening stream, flow pure, O Soma, on thy way, pressed out for Indra for his drink. Fiend queller, friend of all men, he hath with the wood attained unto his place, his iron-fashioned home. Be thou best Vrtra slayer. I think that's a dragon slayer. Vrtra. Best granter of bliss, most liberal, promote our wealthy prince's gifts. Flow onward with thy juice unto the banquet of the mighty gods. Flow hither for our strength and fame. O Indu, we draw nigh to thee with this one object day by day. To thee alone our prayers are said. By means of this eternal fleece may Surya's daughter purify thy Soma that is foaming forth. 10 sister maids of slender form seize him within the press and hold him firmly on the final day. The virgins send him forth, they blow the skin musician-like and fuse the triple foe repelling meath. Inviolable milch kine round about him blend for Indra's drink, the fresh young Soma with their milk. In the wild raptures of this draught, Indra slays all the Vrtras. He, the hero, pours his wealth on us. Hymn number 2. Soma, flow on, inviting gods, speed to the purifying cloth. Pass into Indra as a bull. As mighty food speed hitherward, Indu, as a most splendid steer. Sit in thy place as one with strength. The well-loved meath was made to flow, the stream of the creative juice. One sage drew waters to himself. The mighty waters, yea, the floods, accompany the mighty one, when thou wilt clothe thee with the milk. The lake is brightened in the floods, Soma, our friend, heaven's prop and stay, falls on the purifying cloth. The tawny bull hath bellowed, fair as mighty Mitra to behold, he shines together with the sun. Songs, Indu, active in their might, are beautified for thee, wherewith thou deckest thee for our delight. To thee who givest ample room we pray, to win the joyous draught, great are the praise due to thee. Indu, as Indra's friend, on us pour with a stream of sweetness, like Parjana, sender of the rain. Winner of kine, Indu art thou, winner of heroes, steeds, and strength, primeval soul of sacrifice. Hymn 3. Here present, this immortal God flies, like a bird upon her wings, to settle in the vats of wood. This God, made ready with the hymn, runs swiftly through the winding ways, inviolable as he flows. This God, while flowing, is adorned, like a bay steed for war, by men devout and skilled in holy songs. He, like a warrior going forth with heroes, as he flows along, is fain to win all precious boons. This God, as he is flowing on, speeds like a car and gives his gifts. He lets his voice be heard of all. Praised by the sacred bards, this God dives into waters and bestows rich gifts upon the worshipper. Away he rushes with his stream across the regions into heaven and roars as he is flowing on. While flowing, this is the part I think I'm missing a word, for sacrifice, he hath gone up to heaven across the regions irresistible. After the way of ancient time, this God, pressed out for deities, flows tawny to the straining cloth. This Lord of many holy laws, even at his birth engendering strength effused, flows onward in a stream. Hymn 4. O Soma, flowing on thy way, win thou and conquer high renown, and make us better than we are. Win thou the light, win heavenly light, and some, all, felicities, and make us better than we are. Win skillful strength and mental power, O Soma, drive away our foes, and make us better than we are. Ye purifiers, purify Soma for Indra, for his drink, make us better than we are. Give us our portion in the sun through thine own mental power and aids, and make us better than we are. Through thine own mental power and aid, long may we look upon the sun, make us better than we are. Well-weaponed Soma, pour to us a stream of riches doubly great, and make us better than we are. As one victorious, unsubdued in battle, pour forth wealth to us, and make us better than before. By worship, Pavamana, men have strengthened thee to prop the law, make us better than we are. O Indu, bring us wealth in steeds manifold, quickening all life, and make us better than we are. Hymn 5. Enkindled, Pavamana, Lord sends forth his light on every side, in friendly show, the bellowing bull. He, Pavamana, self-produced, speeds onwards, sharpening his horns. He glitters through the firmament. Brilliant like wealth, adorable, with splendor Pavamana shines, mightily with the streams of Meath. The tawny Pavamana, who strews from of old the grass with might, is worshipped, God amid the gods. the golden. The celestial doors are lifted with their frames on high, by Pavamana glorified. With passion, Pavamana longs for the great lofty pair, well formed like beauteous maidens, night and dawn. Both gods who look on men I call, celestial heralds, Indra's self, is Pavamana, yea, the bull. This Pavamana's sacrifice shall the three beauteous goddesses, Sarasvati and Bharati and Ila, mighty one, attend. I summon Tavistar hither, our protector, champion, earliest born. Indu is Indra, tawny steer. Pavamana is Prajapati. O Pavamana, with the meath in streams anoint Vanaspati, the evergreen, the golden-hued, refulgent, with 1,000 bows. Come to the consecrating rite of Pavamana, all ye gods, Vayu, Surya, Barhaspati, Indra, and Agni in accord. I hope I said those correctly. Hymn 6. Soma, flow on with pleasant stream, a bull devoted to the gods, our friend, unto the wooden sieve. Pour hitherward as Indra's self, Indu, that gladdening stream of thine, and send us courses full of strength. Flow to the filter hitherward, pouring that ancient gladdening juice, streaming forth power and high renown. Hither the sparkling drops have flowed, like waters down a steep descent. They have reached Indra purified, whom having passed the filter, 10 dames cleanse, as 'twere a vigorous steed, while he disports him in the wood. The steer strong juice with milk pour forth, for feast and service of the gods, to him who bears away the draught. Effused, the god flows onward with his stream, to Indra, to the god, so that his milk may strengthen him. Soul of the sacrifice, the juice effused flows quickly on. He keeps his ancient wisdom of a sage. So pouring forth as Indra's friend, strong drink, best gladdener for the feast, thou, even in secret, storest hymns. Hymn 7. Forth on their way the glorious drops have flowed for maintenance of law, knowing this sacrifice's course. Down in the mighty waters sinks the stream of meath, most excellent, oblation best of all in worth. About the holy place, the steer true, guileless, noblest, hath sent forth continuous voices in the wood. When clothed in manly strength, the sage flows in celestial wisdom round the strong world, win the light of heaven. When purified, he sits as king above the hosts, among his folk, what time the sages bring him nigh. Dear, golden-colored, in the fleece he sinks and settles in the wood. The singer shows his zeal in hymns. He goes to Indra, Vayu, to the Asvins, as his custom is, with gladdening juice which gives them joy. The streams of pleasant Soma flow to Bhaga, Mitra Varuna, well knowing through his mighty powers, heaven and earth, riches of meath to win us wealth, and gain for us treasures and renown. Hymn 8. Obeying Indra's dear desire, these Soma juices have flowed forth, increasing his heroic might. Laid in the bowl, pure flowing on to Vayu, and the Asvins, may these give us great heroic strength. Soma, as thou art purified, incite to bounty Indra's heart, to sit in place of sacrifice. The 10 swift fingers deck thee forth, 7 ministers impel thee on. The sages have rejoiced in thee. When through the filter thou art poured, we clothe thee with a robe of milk, to be gladdening draught for gods. When purified within the jars, Soma, bright red and golden hued, hath clothed him with a robe of milk. Flow on to us and make us rich. Drive all our enemies away, O Indu. Flow into thy friend, send down the rain from heaven, a stream of opulence from earth. Give us, O Soma, victory in war. May we obtain thee, Indra's drink, who knewest men and findest light, gain thee and progeny and food. Hymn 9. The sage of heaven, whose heart is wise when laid between both hands and pressed, sends us delightful powers of life. Onward to a glorious home, dear to the people void of guile, with excellent enjoyment flow. He, the bright sun, when born illumined his parents, who had sprung to life, great sun, great strengtheners of law. Urged by the 7 devotions, he hath stirred the guileless rivers when have magnified the single eye. These help to might the youthful one, high over all, invincible, even Indra, in thy law. The immortal courser, good to draw, looks down upon the 7, and the fount hath satisfied the goddesses. Aid us in holy rites, O man, O Pavamana, drive away dark shades that must be met in fight. Make the paths ready for a hymn newer and newer evermore. Make the lights shine as erst they shone. Give Pavamana high renown, give kine and steeds and hero sons. Win for us wisdom, win the light. Hymn 10. Like cars that thunder on their way, like coursers eager for renown, have Soma drops flowed forth for wealth. Forth have they rushed from holding hands, like chariots that are urged to speed, like joyful songs of singing men. The Somas deck themselves with milk, as kings are graced with eulogies, and with 7 priests the sacrifice. Pressed for the gladdening draught, the drops flow forth abundantly with song, the Soma juices in a stream. Winning Vivisvan's glory and producing morning's light, the suns pass through the openings of cloth. The singing men of ancient time open the doors of sacred songs, men for the might to accept. Combined in close society sit the 7 priests, the brotherhood, filling the station of the One. He gives us kinship with the gods, and with the sun unites our eye, and the sage's offspring hath appeared. The sun with his dear eye beholds that quarter of the heavens, which priests have placed within the sacred cell. Hymn 11. Sing forth to Indu, O ye men, to him who is purified, fain to pay worship to the gods. Together with thy pleasant juice, the Atharvans have commingled milk, divine, devoted to God. Bring by the flowing wheel to kine, wheel to the people, wheel to the steeds, wheel, O thou king, to growing plants. Sing a praise song to Soma brown of hue, of independent might, the red, who reaches up to the heaven. Purify Soma when effused with stones, which bands move rapidly, and pour the sweet milk in the meath. With humble homage draw ye nigh, and blend the libation with the curds, and to Indra offer Indu up. Soma, Fokyu, chief o'er men, doing the will of pour forth prosperity upon our kind. Heart knower, sovereign of the heart, thou art effused, O Soma, that Indra may drink thee and rejoice. O Soma Pavamana, give us riches and heroic strength, Indu with Indra for ally. Hymn 12. To Indra have the Soma drops, exceeding rich in sweets, been poured, shed in the seat of sacrifice. As mother kine low to their calves, to Indra have the sages called him to drink the Soma juice. In the stream's wave wise Soma dwells, distilling rapture in his seat, resting upon a wild cow's hide. Far-sighted Soma, sage and seer, is worshipped in the central point of heaven, the straining cloth of wool. In close embraces Indu holds Soma when poured within the jars, and on the purifying sieve. Indu sends forth a voice on high to regions of the sea of air, shaking the vase that drops the meath. The tree whose praises never fail yields heavenly milk among our hymns, urging men's generations on. The wise one with the sage's stream, the Soma urged to speed, flows on to the dear places of the sky. O Pavamana, bring us wealth bright with 1,000 splendors. Yea, O Indu, give us ready help. And that's it for today. I'll do them 12 at a time, and then I will put them all together. I hope you guys enjoy this. I don't know what all this means, but usually when I listen to it a few times over, I catch some of it, and then later it'll come to me. But it's interesting. It caught my attention because King Arthur talked about it, so of course I had to check it out. Take care until next time.